Hi, this is Water and Air 1111. Thank you for watching another video of mine. Thank you to everyone who's been liking, commenting, and subscribing to my channel and to my videos, and to everyone who's been getting personal readings. If you're interested in a personal reading, the link to my website is in the description box below. So this is going to be kind of a new spread that I'm debuting here, I guess now. It's going to be a weekly energy reading. But it's going to be head, heart versus outcome. So like head, heart, outcome. And it's going to be looking at the divine masculine and the divine feminine energies for the week and what we can expect the outcome to be. So I'm going to be using a few different decks to do this. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started and see what's going on. And definitely let me know in the comments if this resonates and if you like to see these going forward. Okay, so divine masculine. So divine masculine head, divine masculine heart, divine feminine head, divine feminine heart. Okay, and then at the end I will pull our kind of outcome for the week to see what's going on. So let's just start looking at the headspace for the divine masculine. So headspace for the divine masculine is the death card. Okay, so I feel like divine masculine are kind of in, this is clearly like transformation mode, but because this is something in their head, this is something they're thinking about, they may be thinking about ending things, thinking about transforming things, and thinking about kind of where do we go from here, what stays, what goes type of thing. And just taking a quick look at the Divine Feminine sides, Divine Feminine says is the King of Swords. So I feel like Divine Feminine is kind of coming out of the uncertainty, coming out of the mental confusion, and they clearly know what they want. They clearly know what they want to do, how they feel, what the next week is going to look like, what the next year is going to look like. But the divine masculine, though, in their head, they're still kind of in the fog. They're still trying to figure out like what's going to end, what's going to not end. But I also feel like with this, kind of like strategically thinking, what should stay, what should go, what should end, what should continue on. So let's get some clarifying cards for this. So again, this is kind of the energy for the week. So starting June 9th for the next 7 days. Energy for divine masculine and feminine. So for divine, okay, we've got a lot of cards, so let's do that again. Interesting, yeah. Page of Wands. So yeah, for the headspace for the divine masculine, it's okay. My head is trying to figure out what do I need to end, what do I need to do to go on this new path that I'm trying to go on. Interestingly, at the bottom of the deck is the King of Swords, so that's why I said before, I feel like the divine feminine has kind of already gone through this period of I'm in the fog, I'm questioning, I'm thinking, I'm considering ending things, but I'm not ending them quite yet. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do, where I want to be, who I want to be, and how I feel about things. But again, I feel like by the end of the week, a lot of divine masculine will have already kind of figured those things out. Will have decided, at least mentally, what they're going to end and what their new path or new beginnings are going to be in their life. So we also have the moon reverse. So again, this is, like I said, like the mental confusion. So secrets are being revealed. It's like you're no longer in the dark. Divine masculine in their head are being honest with themselves, being honest about what works, being honest about their hopes, their fears, their dreams. And from there deciding, okay, what is not worth it anymore for me to engage in? What actions am I doing? What thoughts and feelings do I have that I just need to end, that aren't healthy, that aren't good for me, that are keeping me like up at night, trapped in my head, trapped in my thoughts? There we have it. The karmic card, the devil card. What things are keeping me trapped physically, mentally, emotionally? I need to release those things. So it's like they're getting mental understanding. So if you're a divine masculine and you've been in this kind of confusion, you've been trying to figure things out, you haven't been quite able to figure out your next step or understand like why certain things have happened the way they have, I feel like this week is going to bring a lot of clarity to you. You may get that kind of clarity through dreams, through signs, just through the energy shifting, really. Because I mean, we had the new moon not too long ago, so I feel like the shift in energy, you may just be starting to feel the pull of it that's taking you in a new direction with this Page of Wands, that's taking you somewhere where you understand what you want, you know, getting out of the dark, getting out of the nighttime, and having this renewed energy saying, I don't know everything, but I know I don't want to do this, and I know I do want to do this. And so let me go in that new direction instead. So if we look at the Divine Feminine, I'm going to be using a different deck to do the Divine Feminine. Their mental space was King of Swords. So Divine Feminine definitely already has some clarity um, in their life, like I said. So some Divine Feminine may be a little bit more ahead in this aspect. So we have the Seven of Wands. Interestingly, the Devil card popping up again as the bottom of the deck. But I feel like with the Seven of Wands and the King of Swords, the Divine Feminine's mental spaces, like I said, they clearly know what they want. They clearly have a plan for what they want to do. I feel like Divine Feminine may be preparing themselves for battle in some way, or preparing themselves to get some pushback in some area of their life. So if you've been dealing with some type of karmic situation, or just some situation that pops up every once in a while, like we all have those people who like come in and out of our lives in a very unhealthy way. I think those things, you're preparing yourself for battle. You're clearly like mentally saying, okay, I know someone's going to react a certain way, or I know when I say this, um, people may have their opinions, but you're preparing yourself for that. And you're just becoming mentally strong and saying, okay, I can deal with pushback, I can deal with people's opinions, but I'm not going to give in. I'm not going to kind of go backwards here and give into this kind of obsessive energy, this karmic energy, this toxic energy. So it could definitely be like a karmic person, a karmic situation that you're dealing with, Divine Feminine, but you're just kind of preparing yourself to fight back, to not give in again. I also feel like, because I mentioned the word obsession, some of you are just becoming mentally stronger to kind of not be obsessed about the outcome, to not be obsessed about things that, you know, haven't quite happened yet, to instead stay in the present moment, to stay fighting this present battle and not let your kind of mind wander, to have that clarity of mind going forward. So yeah, we have the Queen of Cups. So again, it's like you're getting this mental strength, this mental clarity, and mental like fortitude, and listening to your intuition to say, okay, when my mind starts to wander, when I think, oh my gosh, how am I going to deal with this situation? Just going back and, sorry about all of that background noise. Just going back and listening to your intuition, and really letting that guide you, especially if this is happening at night, especially if you're getting dreams that feel like they're related to stress or related to certain events that you maybe have some anxiety about. Listening to your intuition and letting that kind of strengthen this mental fortitude and mental understanding that you already have, that you're trusting that what's coming for you is still coming for you, trusting that you can deal with any situation that may come about. And the bottom of the deck for that one was the Knight of Cups. So especially regarding love, especially regarding your ability to express yourself or receive, you know, lovely, nice messages from other people. You're just really opening yourself up to that. And I feel like it's this, with this Queen of Cups and the Knight of Cups, definitely has to do with like trusting um, that things with your divine masculine are occurring the way that they need to, and that you know that things are going to happen in your heart of hearts, in your mind as well. So if we go on to, so again, this is the head. So if we look at the heart space for the Divine Masculine, we have the Temperance card, and for the Divine Feminine, we have the Page of Swords. So I feel like with the Temperance card for the Divine Masculine, their heart is telling them, first of all, I feel like their heart's chakras are getting balanced. I feel like their hearts are not as closed off as before. Their heart is becoming open. I feel like a lot of Divine Masculines, their hearts are starting to kind of yearn for true love, are starting to yearn for that true expression of emotions and love and passion, not from a way where it's just like lust, and not in the other spectrum where it's just completely closed off to any type of intimate type of connection, which is a great thing. So I feel like their heart chakras are becoming balanced, and I feel like they're wanting to receive equal give and take from a love perspective, from an emotional perspective with a person, um, with their divine feminine, but from another person, they're wanting to receive love, and they're becoming open to really giving that same level of love back. I feel like something that everyone struggles with is, equal give and take, equal showing and expressing your love, and then receiving the same back from the person that you are with. And I feel like that's something that the Divine Masculine is wanting, that balance give and take. They may have acknowledged that maybe I take a lot, maybe I don't give enough, or maybe I give too much to the wrong people and I don't take from them. I don't have that kind of reciprocal love basically going on. And I feel like that's what a lot of Divine Masculines are really going to be wanting and really realizing this week. So let's get some cards for that. So we have the Six of Swords in reversed, and the bottom of the deck for that was the High Priestess. So like I said, a lot of Divine Masculines have realized, or will be realizing this week, that they didn't have this balance in their heart. They were kind of a closed book to potential partners. They were kind of holding all the secrets within them, but they didn't really acknowledge that they were being closed, that they were not being open, that they weren't really giving as much as they thought they were. So it's like realizing that you can give in a financial sense, or you can give in a material sense, but it's not quite the same as giving your love. It's not quite the same as giving that kind of emotional intimacy. Um, and for some reason, like, love languages are coming to mind. So I don't know if that's something that maybe they're realizing, that the way that I express love and the way I give love um, may be different than other people. But I also have to be aware that I have to communicate how I best receive love and how I would like to give and receive love as well. Three of Wands is the second card we got. And the bottom of the deck for that is the Five of Pentacles in reverse. So I feel like now they're willing to give. Now they're willing to, again, they've kind of gone through the acknowledgement part, or will be going through that, and then seeing that, okay, well, I don't want to be left out in the cold. I do want to receive. So I'm willing to put myself out there. I feel like for some Divine Masculine, they're saying that, okay, if I want to get this love that I'm desiring and that my heart is starting to really yearn for, I can't be this kind of closed-minded person, or closed heart, or have a closed heart to other people. With the Six of Swords reverse, I need to kind of put myself out there and not be afraid that I'm not going to get what I want back. I think they're realizing that it's like the science of emotional intelligence and just realizing what they need. But in order to get what they need, you have to put yourself out there. You can't expect people to know. You have to be willing to communicate and have that exchange from a verbal perspective, so that you can have that good love, emotional communication and transferring as well. So if we look at what's going on from the heart space For the Divine Feminine, we have the Page of Swords. So the heart space for the Divine Feminine may be really wanting to communicate, maybe really wanting to reach out. You may also be wanting to just speak from your heart right now, speak something that you've been holding within you. And I feel like with that, if you've been feeling like, I want to express this, I want to express my heart, or something's been on my heart and I feel like I need to get it out, definitely do that. And obviously there are different ways, everyone's in different situations and all of that, but there are obviously various ways of expressing yourself, whether or not you're able to talk to the person that you are wanting to have this communication with. You can like write a letter and burn it. That's always a good one. But I feel like your heart is really wanting to open up and say something. So let's see what this is about. Yeah, so we have the Eight of Swords. The bottom of the deck is the Lover's card. So you may have on your heart this week, Divine Feminine. You may have on your heart, like, should I communicate with someone? I feel like you may have felt like, I haven't been able to express this, I haven't been able to get this out, but it feels like it's just surrounding me, and every day it just like weighs on my heart. You're wanting to open up to someone, you're wanting to express your heart, your feelings to someone. And so you, again, maybe going back and forth in your mind, like, should I do this? Especially if it's regarding your Divine Masculine, it may be like, should I do this or not? What's the outcome going to be? And we have the Nine of Cups. So you may also be like in your mind thinking, okay, I want to express myself to this person. What is it going to be like? Is it going to go my way? Is it going to be reciprocated back to me? Bottom of the deck is the Six of Pentacles. So again, it's that reciprocal energy, the equal give and take. And it's interesting because we obviously got the Temperance, which is that kind of balanced energy as well. So I feel like Divine Feminine, your heart is wanting to express something. So if you can speak to that person, really use your discernment, your intuition, again, about how best to do that. Whether it's talking to that person directly or expressing that energy in art and movement and a letter, whatever it may be. But I feel like your heart is still like, I feel like even though we had this Eight of Swords of your heart feeling a little bit kind of heavy with wanting to express something and wanting to get something out, wanting to open up to a person, the Nine of Cups as well is like, your heart is still like, I don't want to say hopeless romantic, but your heart is still like hoping for the best. It's like you haven't become that jaded. You haven't become that person who's like, jaded, who's like, I don't believe in love or anything like that anymore. And that's amazing to see. Because as much as we want to receive love, we want to give love, we kind of have to leave space for it to come into our lives, right? So that's what I'm getting for the heart space for the Divine Feminine. So now I want to look at an outcome card for this week for the feminine and the masculine. Wow, Ace of Cups. Bottom of the deck is the Two of Wands. So I feel like there may be, some good progress for people this week, some communication, some renewal between masculines and feminines this week. And with this Two of Wands, it's like, even though it feels like we've been at a standstill a while, there's going to be a renewal because, again, like, Divine Masculine is seeing what they want, what they don't want. Divine Feminine is clear on what they want and is listening to their intuition about what they should do. But also the heart space for feminine and masculine is wanting to express. wanting to give, wanting to receive, and wanting to have balance. So this Ace of Cups is amazing. So clarifying this, we have the Hanged Man, and this Hanged Man, he's receiving some water from someone. So again, I feel like after the standstill that's been happening with this Two of Wands, like we're going to receive enlightenment, we're going to receive nourishment from spirit, from the universe, and we're going to see literally the light. And it's like the light is that we want this Ace of Cups with one another, that we're ready to make the move. Bottom of the deck is the Page of Swords, so you know, some divine feminine may be making a move towards a divine masculine or vice versa. Really doesn't matter who, but it's like this communication is going to be coming. And you may not feel ready when it does come, but when it does, it's like just take it as the sign from the universe that, okay, things are moving, things are happening, and really be kind of nourished by the words and take in the words that you receive from your masculine or from your feminine. And we have the Two of Pentacles. It's like because it's leading us to a place where it's more balanced. And this Two of Pentacles, he's walking towards the ship and then the water is beyond that. So it's like going through this period of reconnecting and being nourished by one another's words and just like taking it in is going to lead to a more balanced place that's full of like emotions and full of equal give and take, where we're literally on this boat of love, on this boat, on this journey together. The world, because you're starting something new. Okay, so I'm going to pull one more card and then we'll close out this reading. Okay, so nothing's wanting to come out, so I'll try one more time, otherwise we'll just end the reading. Okay, and it came out just like that, Divine Masculine. So, and I like that there's a whole like circle here and he has all these tattoos on his back. So I feel like the Divine Masculine is just going to be carrying with them all of their lessons and moving forward, making this a full circle moment. So it could be the Divine Masculine making the move, ready to come towards the Divine Feminine. And we have mirroring. So again, these are the swans that mate for life. So Divine Masculine mirroring. So Divine Masculine may be coming forward, and again, we have some mirrored energy going on already, but this is what I'm getting for energy for this week. Again, let me know if you like this spread. It's pretty new, and I think I'll start doing this every week, but let me know. Let me know if this resonates. If you're interested in the reading, all of the information is in the drop box below, and yeah, I will see you in my next video.